Hi guys, so this week's video I wanted to do on communication, and I know that when we meet new people, or even when we have people in our lives already, sometimes things can get misconstrued, or we can, create ideas on what they think of us and that type of deal. And I've done a lot of work on trying to foster good relationships with the people that I love, and trying to be as open and honest, and create stronger bonds, and invite healthy people into my life, in a relationship sense, and also in a friendship sense. And I do feel that the language that we use in those times, and the way that we talk to people, is really important. And so the advice that I usually give, like, if you're nervous about something, try to think about it as being excited. They did a study, and they got two groups of people, and one group they told to do a play, and they said, we can tell that you're really excited, and we wanted to teach you kind of about the play and how to channel that energy to do great, and etc. And the other group, they said, we can tell that you're really anxious and nervous, we want to teach you tools on how to not be so nervous and anxious and get the best results on stage. And obviously the ones who channeled the positive energy created less stress on themselves, and also had a better time. So I think that that's something to be mindful of, and also sometimes we can go off our own insecurities, like that person doesn't like us because we overshare, or that person thinks I'm clumsy, or something along those lines, and we can be quite restrictive, I guess, on sharing our true feelings, or creating those connections that might blossom, because we're insecure that people won't accept us for who we are, when in the end, really, every closed door opens another opportunity and a lesson for us to learn and grow. So I found meeting new people, a good way to analyze whether there's someone who's suitable for you is to discuss passions, discuss moments in your life that were quite exciting, or things like that, so that they can relate you to someone who's quite a positive influence in their lives, or that new person who is quite exciting and fosters those good feelings. And then find out how they, react to that. Do they meet you halfway? Are they interested in your passions at all? Do they find something relatable to you? Does the conversation flow? Are you providing open communication or closed communication? Because often we can say that person isn't interested in us, or that person doesn't really want a friendship with us, when we haven't made an effort on our end, or we haven't, we've said something like, "How was your day?" But we continuously say that. We don't try and dive deeper into what they're really interested in, or we just say, "I might catch up with you sometime," but we don't make a date, and then we say, they don't really want to catch up with us, which is closed, because we haven't given them an opportunity to say whether or not they want to, or they have time, or I believe that open communication, and obviously trying to ask questions with people who you love and trust, is really important, because especially when we don't trust ourselves, it does take a lot to build that instinct and that trust in the way that we approach things, and especially when we're trying to change from different behaviors, previously hanging out with maybe toxic people, or people who are involved in an area that we are no longer involved in. It's like a new platform that we're trying to break into, and we feel like, maybe people won't judge us because we've had a lot of drama, or things that have happened in our lives. So I feel like it's always a really good thing to, if you have had a lot of drama in your life, don't dump it on someone straight away. There are only a certain amount of people who will be able to deal with that. And if somebody is open to that, they're either someone who's done a lot of work on themselves, or they're someone who's quite toxic, and they feel, misery loves company, right? They feel comfortable in that. Or they're someone, who potentially could be a narcissist, and they're looking for someone who's quite suitable to manipulate and play games with. So it's always something to be mindful of, who you're attracting into your life with the language that you're using, the communication that you're using. And are you someone who is interested in other people's stories? Are you you know, listening when someone says that they're passionate about something, and then at a later stage bringing it up. I really notice how your face lights up when you talk about that. It's actually nice to be around. Do you know what I mean? You're mentioning something that's really personal to them, and you're showing that you're taking an interest. And if somebody doesn't respond in a way that's quite excited to hear that, well, they're probably not someone who's going to give you the time of day, you know, in a positive or negative sense. And we do deserve support. We do want people who are going to support us. So by finding out you know, the people who are worth our time, because we don't have time for everyone, it really does narrow down the type of people we want to invest in. Obviously I can do a lot more on this, but I thought I'd just do a short video because I've had a few questions lately surrounding positive communication and how to foster connections and things with people, and I'm about to pick up my child, so I thought I would do a video quickly before I go and do that. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. All right, bye-bye.